How are you? Hello, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
I'm Phoebe, and my Chinese name is Xu Jialin, and my student number is 36.
My name is Clara. My Chinese name is Lin Jiaying, and my student number is S05411019.
Hi, Mark. My name is Ivory. My Chinese name is Gao Pei Shi. My student number is 32. We are the sophomore. Today, we're going to talk about the movie we saw on class. It's called Dead Man Walking. Okay, let's start. Okay, maybe we can talk about like why should death penalty exist? Do you think it should be exist or not?
In my opinion, I think that death penalty should exist because you kill a person and you should be responsible for the person's life. It's a kind of like old saying that an eye to an eye. So you kill a person and it is very of course it is a very of course things to
I know that.
Give a life to
give a life to the person. But sometimes there are some exceptions. For example, if the killer is mentally ill or they are just teenagers, maybe the judges will not put death penalties on them, or maybe the judges think that they can be educated again. But I think that they are the exceptions. So I think I agree with the existence of death penalties, but sometimes we should depend on the circumstances.
Okay, and in my opinion, I'm not very sure that I will choose agree or disagree because in some situation that just like Carrera says that a life is to replace to another life when a person kill another person or someone else. Maybe in some condition that the killer kill maybe 10 people or 20 people in the same time, but he or she just has one life and he killed maybe many people. So I think it is justice or injustice to give his or her life to replace the days people lives is not very
Unreasonable
I think it's not reasonable
or fair.
And sometimes the judge the lawyer or the judge will not be very justice maybe you can say that justice because just like Mark reading on this paper that you say some maybe after 10 years or 20 years and the killer you find that is innocence, maybe it's another people did the bad things and is not the one that has been executed. So maybe in some situation the judgment will not be very justice or reasonable.
For me, I think that because I'm a Christian and in my religion that I don't think that we can make the decision that you can just set sentence that he is a criminal or he is not. He is criminal or not, or he had sinned so he have to die or not. So I think that is not our job, but because our society have to be like a work in a very peaceful, so we still have the law to just to control all the thing. But I don't really I don't know, I just don't think that we can I agree with you that we cannot
Choose
just
one side.
choose one side because we're in a way that you even didn't know, you are not sure about is correct or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, if the killer is in your family,
Yeah.
then you will actually think that my relative or one of the member in my family doesn't have to be executed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe the killer is in another family, then you will think that it is just his destiny to face death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some countries have already death penalties they already made the law that death penalty should not exist.
Oh yeah.
Yes, some countries have legislate the law.
But still, a lot of countries they still have the death penalty because they think it's the worst existence. Yeah.
Maybe like Taiwan.
Oh
We can have a short discussion about Taiwan's death penalty.
Yes.
So do you think that Taiwan's death penalty exists?
Or just compare with the America death penalty, like the movie. Just compare it. Okay.
In Taiwan, there are many cases that people dies. People kill people, but there's only a few people that is executed among the years.
Yeah.
And because judges will depend on a lot of circumstances, like the killer may be mentally ill or they can be educated again. So they are just put in jail for maybe 20 years or for his lifetime. But I think judges should consider that it is we, our citizens, that pay the taxes to feed those criminals that stay in the jail. Yes, and those criminals that are mentally ill, they should find ways. Maybe in jail they can find some psychologists to cure them if judges really think that they are mentally ill. We need to find some a more accurate way to solve this kind of problem instead of just put them in jail. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think Taiwan's death penalty still exists, but not done it in a very proper way.
Yeah. It's not very correct way.
Yeah.
That we pay the money and feed them in the jail.
Because in Taiwan, I knew that sometimes they pass the law or they pass the order that somebody have to be died because of the maybe the command from the president or from some higher
Status?
yes
Higher.
higher manager. Yeah, they order that command. And I think at some extent that because they do this because of they when they are in the politician electrician, they promise people that they will do something, and that's their promise. They have to
Win the.
no, after they become the president, they say that
They will solve the problem.
yeah, they will solve the problem. They will make the society better. So they do this to make our society better. So sometimes I think that it's because of the politician affect this.
I think politics and money involves in this kind of situation too, because just like there's a scene that mentioned in a movie that Matthew and his friends, two of them commit the crimes, but only Matthew got the death penalties and his friends does not. That is because his friend is rich and he has a lawyer to help him free from the death penalties. But Matthew's family is poor, so he didn't deserve the rights.
What do you think?
What is the question? That question is from me, right? So can I just ask in the next question that I want to ask that what do you think about the movie? Do you think that is too? In my opinion, that I think all the movie is just consists of two people. Just the main role is just Matthew and Helen, and they have the very long conversation in the whole movie. So and all they talk about is just Helen want to help Matthew out of his just some very strange mental condition that face death. I think that Helen is keep reading Bible to soothe Matthew's heart. In this point that I'm a little bit confused that Matthew's mental condition that he is very free from I kill people so I have the destiny to death or I'm very afraid of death. And after Helen tells something to him and I want to know that I wonder that whether Matthew's mind condition has changed during the conversation with Helen.
I think in the beginning his mind didn't change because of Helen, but the few hours before he's gonna die, he confessed, he changed his mind, and he confessed that he committed the crime. I think it's because he actually killed the person, but he cheated Helen that he did not. So I think he's a kind of person that before his death, then he would really confess his crime. Yes.
And in my point of view, I think that because we are people, we are human. So human will face death. And we all say that we will face death, and we can just change our mind, and we can change our our attitude, and you can face it very peacefully. Then I think that isn't possible because we are humans, so we're afraid. So I think it's the same as Matthew. I think he's afraid, but he didn't say that. But you can see that he is
his facial expression is
he's nervous and he's very rushed to want to see Helen because he wants to get out of the prison. But at first he don't want to confess. I think that one of the most important thing is he didn't believe that there's he didn't believe Bible, and he didn't believe that anything can
save him.
Save him or relieve him from the sin. Because he was, I think that at some extent he is very, he feel the pressure. He feel the pressure because he killed people. So he feel like, I think he is in a kind of situation he just feel regret, and he didn't want to actually admit that he did it. He did it. Maybe he is just lying to himself. I didn't do it. It's my partner did it. So at first I think that he's lying to himself. And then at the end, I think that maybe he believed that if he confessed that the God will save him. So he confessed. That is
at the end of the movie.
At the end.
So did the God save him?
Because we will not know, because God will
just a feeling, a peaceful feeling.
God will do that, and we will not we cannot decide it, or we cannot to say that yes, you will go into the
paradise,
heaven. You will go to the heaven, or you will go to the inferno. We will not say that because we don't know. God will arrange for us.
Okay. And And another point I don't really like is that besides Matthew's and Helen's conversation, and there is another main role that just in the whole movie that the scene that the date boys and the date girl that keep occurring in the movie, right? That Matthew just think about that. Oh, I killed a girl and in the forest, and Matthew and his friend just the action I didn't really like.
Oh, the criminal.
I think the
The
scene.
terrible scene is keep occurring in the movie.
Yeah.
I think
And the background music is just boom boom boom. It's not very comfortable while looking this.
You don't like the
part.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think because that kind of scene showed not only once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe 3, 4, 5, many times, and the same scene. Oh,
I think it maybe is trying to tell us that.
emphasize something.
Yes, maybe want to emphasize help us to remember the deeds, the bad deeds he actually done, or maybe the audience will always know that he
done something
yes, he's
bad.
innocent, and Helen is trying to help her because the whole movie main role is about Helen trying to help him
Yeah.
to get out of the jail, and maybe the director didn't want to side it by the way that he's trying to anti-death penalty. He didn't want to let the audience feel that, so the director keep showing those scenes to make the audience feel equal that those criminals are really cruel, not innocent, not so innocent.
I think that I don't know whether you guys notice it, because at first the criminal scene occurs. At first we don't know who did it. We just saw the body, and then the second time we saw that Matthew and his friend did it, but we don't know who did it, who killed the girl or the boy. And the third time, I think it's like a revealing process. You want to just
one step.
Yeah, one step, and then in the last step, you can know who did it.
Oh, and you know more details.
Yeah. So I think it's like a skill. Their photographer skill. Yeah, kind of like that. So I think it's the producer. Yeah, producer want to reveal the scene. Yeah. So maybe some people don't like that, but I think he's trying to tell you that he wants to tell you that he don't want to show you all the scene at first, because he want you to guess or want you to expect. Yeah.
And the director just separated into 4 to 5 segments.
Yeah.
That one piece is tell you more details about their bad deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like a reveal that the process that Matthew confessed. At first he didn't believe, he didn't want to say anything good or say he did it, but at the end he confessed, and he want the victim's parents forgive him, right? Yeah, so I think this is the very biggest change I saw from him.
At first, he don't care about those victim parents.
Yeah. So I think he's trying to, feel regret. He wants to change himself. So I think that's the very biggest change we have to see in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I also have a question. Because like sister Helen, she chose to stand by Matthew's side, right? And the victim parents, they blame on her.
Yes.
So I want to ask that if you are sister Helen, will you stand by Matthew's side or not? It's a very, I think very complicated question. Because
I keep thinking this question while I'm looking. I'm watching the movie that if I am Helen.
So what do you think about it?
This is the same question that I mentioned. Then that if the killer is in your family or the killer is in another one family.
I think I remember a line that the victim's parents told to Sister Helen. They say that Sister Helen cannot help each side.
Yeah.
Yes. If they help Matthew, then she cannot be the one that help both sides. She should just choose one side.
But even if Helen helped Matthew, but Matthew is just need to be executed. So Helen just sue his mental part. Yeah. So maybe in this situation that how to say that, even Helen stand in the family's part that Matthew is needed to be executed. But Helen choose another side that maybe she want to do more to help Matthew.
But someone will question that why she will help that criminal instead of helping
Maybe just want to give him a peaceful statement.
Because in they are Catholic, right? The Sister Helen is Catholic, and Catholic have the very stern rules they have to follow. And she also entered in the church, maybe I think it's 10 or 11 years old. Yeah. And they have to. I remember in our Christian rules, God said that if somebody, everybody is worth be loved, worth be forgive, whatever sin they did. So I think that maybe Sister Helen, she just why she insists that she want to stand by his side is maybe because of the God's love. Yeah.
Maybe it's God leads her to do that.
Yeah, leads her to do that. Because we are all human, we usually we are very hard to forgive someone's mistakes or someone's they maybe commit a crime, right. Or bad things. We cannot forgive them easily, even though they are our families. Maybe we will hate them for maybe a while, and then we forgive them. But if they are not our family, we will be more angry, and we will not just forgive them easily. So I think there's a very key point that Sister Helen, that decision is not she made, is God's decision.
That's God's decision.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she's in a dilemma, but she didn't change.
But God's decision is right too. God's decision is to let Matthew die and also save Matthew's soul.
Yeah. Because I think about that as well. Because if Matthew still live in the world and he get out of the prison, people will remember he is a criminal.
Yes.
Yeah. People will remember he killed a person, and he will not get a job. He will not get a wife. He will not
have the family.
Family.
Yes.
Yeah. So his life will be very tough. So I don't think that if he get out of the prison,
he will live a better life.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you. Maybe just for him it's a relief.
So what about Matthew's family? What about Matthew's mother? Mother.
Matthew's mother.
Yes, I think Matthew's mother is weird too, because when Sister Helen come to find Matthew's mother, she is a little afraid to talk about his son.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know whether his mom
Because I think maybe she's very afraid of death penalty, this kind of thing, and her son just faced this kind of thing.
Or the reporter keep knocking their door. He feel very annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is very at first he feel like, who are you? Are you a stranger or you're a reporter? You want to report something? It's about
You
Matthew?
know my
No.
son.
No.
Yeah.
He want to protect her son. So I think that he's a very like a normal parents. Because
She made me feel a little bit ashamed.
Oh
about
yeah,
her son.
ashamed and don't want people to think about it, repeat again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that Matthew's family have to take responsibility for that
Yes.
because I think their family have some problem.
Yes.
They don't have father, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
and Matthew didn't have a I don't know how to say that. It's a very
Didn't have a good friends.
yes. Good friends or somebody to lead him in the right
Right
way.
way.
Yeah, or somebody to supervise him to have a good education or to have good attitude or moral perspectives. Nobody teach him. Maybe his mother teach him, but you saw that he had a lot of children. So she have to take care of a lot of children. So I don't think that she did take good care of Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about another family?
Oh, yeah. If you are the parents of another, the date's boys
the
and girls' mother or father,
Yeah, the victims.
you will agree that Matthew just needed to be executed, or
You can forgive them.
yeah.
I don't think that they have such a great love to forgive him because that is their own
Their own
daughter.
child.
Yes. Own daughter, own son. So
Yeah.
I think, but if it is for others, I think maybe others will maybe forgive Matthew.
Maybe I would not forgive Matthew, but the time pace, and I would just think that okay, it's the past thing, and maybe I will forget Matthew.
You don't want to live in pain, right?
Yeah, I would just want to forget all the things and just because mother is dead. He died, so it's nothing that you can complain about. Yeah.
Did Matthew's death really soothe the pain of the victim's parents? I wonder that because the victim's parents said that once they know that the killer who killed their own children are still alive, they cannot sleep. So I wonder that did they really feel better?
It's complicated mind
Yeah,
statement.
because you know that some people, because of your son or your daughter, they died.
And
It's
die in front of you.
Yeah, die in front of you. I think that
Oh,
is scary.
Yeah.
You will, and that scene will repeat again and again. It will be like a bad dream. Yeah.
Haunted
Yeah.
in your night, just a nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare. So I don't think that is a good way. If I were the victim's parents, for me, maybe I will say I will forgive them right now, but I don't know what I will be if I really face that problem. Yeah. But I will say I will forgive him. And one major reason is because of my religion. Yeah, we did a lot of things bad. We commit crime, but God still forgive us. Then what else we should complain? Yeah, so that's for me. Yeah, I don't think that we are seen as well. So we don't have the power. We don't have the right to do that. How about you?
I said that if I am the
Yeah.
then I think it's the last question that that the lethal injection is the
Oh,
most
yeah.
peaceful way to let a criminal die.
die.
You think that it's
I
the
think-
most correct way?
Because I once saw a movie that is the criminal are executed with the electric helmets.
Oh,
Yeah, and
it
yeah.
scared.
Yes, and I think that's really
Not human,
Cruel, yes.
human,
Cruel.
terry.
Yeah, in a very cruel way.
Yeah.
But in China, they have another
The
cruel way as well.
In history past.
So I think in China they have kind of like put yourself in boil water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
And just
yeah, and they put the pot. They put it in the pot and they boil the water.
don't say that.
you-
Don't say that.
until nowadays, China still.
No,
has-
it's
Oh, no,
in the
in
past.
the
Oh, in the
past.
past. Oh,
Yeah,
in
in
the
the
past.
past. Oh, it's terrible.
So I think that this is a peaceful way.
And it's the most peaceful way.
Yeah,
And
most
I
peaceful.
remember that
Use
Taiwan's
gunshot.
use gunshots.
Yes. That's blurry.
Yeah.
And I always think about that. Sister Helen asks about the police or the
Oh,
the
yes.
guard in the prison. She asks him like, you
You
kill
should-
you
with-
kill
with
the
the-
yeah you kill the all the criminal murders in the prison. Why you can sleep all night? And yeah, how can you sleep very well all night?
It's just the problem of time. That a worker just work in the jail for
Yes.
maybe 10
Maybe.
years, and they're just a common thing in their
Yes.
life.
Maybe at first they're not used to it, but maybe they will not think it the way that they are killing people. Maybe they're thinking the way that they are
The justice
conducting the justice.
Oh, they don't think they're
Yes.
yeah. Oh.
Maybe it's the way to make them feel better. But in a scene, Sister Helen also asked the nurse, the nurse that put the injection into it, and Sister Helen also asked the same question.
Same question.
Yeah.
But I think they're just that's just their job, and I think it's a kind of this scene is a kind of like sided with anti-death penalty.
Yeah.
Yes, because they're actually showing that
All the
the
process.
nurse is cruel and the
Yeah.
police is cruel, but actually they're just doing their job.
Because I think that for the nurse part, I think it's a little bit ironic because she originally to be the person that help people
Yes.
to get rid of the illness
Yeah.
or get rid of the disease, but
At the end.
at the end, she become the one that kill people,
Yes.
kill some criminal people. But I don't think that's right. So I really wonder that what the attitude that the nurse she have. Yeah.
That's just her job.
Yeah.
And she
her
wants to
job.
make money.
Oh, I think they can get a lot of money, right?
I think they can.
Or they will not do that because everybody don't want to do that.
Yes. Because maybe they will have nightmares.
Oh yeah, nightmares.
Yes.
That's. And do you have any question about it?
Maybe it's all about this topic.
Not yet. Maybe we have to talk about one more question.
Okay. So, what kind of person do you think that tends to commit crime?
What kinds of person?
Yes, kinds.
What kinds of person that you think tends to commit crimes?
What kind?
Maybe it's someone that with dysfunctional family.
Yeah, this also lack
And-
of love.
Yeah, lack of
And
love.
bad classmates, bad
Oh,
friends.
Yes.
yeah. They join the gang.
And why they just want to kill people?
Yes, in a movie, that's the reason why Matthew killed the couples is because he wants to
Oh, imitate.
Yes, he wants to
Imitate
imitate
the-
his friends'
Yeah,
behavior.
his friends' behavior.
Because he thinks that his friends is a idol for him to worship.
Yeah.
So he wants to copy his movements.
I think that in like Matthew, because they don't have a very live in welfare or live in harmony, so they want to seek for security, or they want to seek for like assistance.
Superiority than others.
Yeah. Or they want to find assistance. They are worth to live in, or they are better than the others. So I think that is why they will make mistakes, because they really want to prove that. And once they want to prove it, they will do something that somebody will notice it. Yeah, they want to be noticeable. So they will do something that is very different than others. Yeah.
I think this situation is very similar to bully.
Oh,
Bully,
yes. Because
We
they
bully the girls and boys. You can say that.
Because this situation is a kind of more serious bullying accident, because you bully
Bully to death.
yes bully to death. And those people who bullies others maybe wants to show their power. They want to feel that, oh, I'm better than all of you, so I'll do something to prove my power, prove my strength, or prove my status.
And also, when Matthew didn't want to do it, he wanted to stop, but his friends saying, "Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Just do it, do it."
Yeah.
So, at some extent, that is the person around you to force you or to affect you to do it. So, I think that to find a good friend is very important. I always remember if you like a situation in Chinese, they say that if you are in an environment that is you smell
I know that.
you smell the stinking thing, and if you are in an environment that is very stinky.
Now you will not think that is thinking.
Yeah, if you stay in that environment very long time for a very long time, you don't think that, oh, it's stinking. No, I don't smell anything. But if so I think that is a very good description. And what do you want to say?
You say about Matthew and his friends.
Yeah.
Matthew and his friends. I think just my thoughts just very similar to with your thoughts. That but one point that I really want to know that Matthew and his friend, just two people, and why they just want to attack one boy and one girl, and they just do their thing in their car.
Because they mentioned that they take drugs.
So
They're a little mentally insane.
Yeah.
So they actually don't really know what they are doing.
I think Matthew knows, but his friend just insists to do that, and Matthew don't know that his friends are trying to kill them. So Matthew do it with them. Do it with him.
Yeah. And maybe he thinks that it's very funny, and he didn't think about the outcome as well. So, and he don't have the feeling, or he don't have the time to think about it.
It's too impulsive.
Yeah.
So don't take drugs.
That's our conclusion. Don't take drugs.
And get friends. Get a very good friends that have
that can
correct attitude.
Yeah, that can lead you to the right way.
Yes.
Okay.
That's all about death penalty.
Thank you,
you.
Mark.
Bye.